I couldn't go to the funeral. My mom had it. It's falling right into each other. My brother's a running back.
All right. Okay, I need you guys to have your eyes up front. We're going to go ahead and go through a few of the problems that are on that worksheet. You need to make sure you're writing things down as I do. And then I thought what we do is we would just go ahead and do like we normally do in class, which is that I would go through the things. I thought we would. Not what I was hoping for.
You know my brother's a running back?
Aiden,
Sorry.
stop. Come on, Aiden.
I'm sorry. Spanish?
Oh my God.
I do this with your friends.
Say that again.
Oh, I did Tyler.
I did.
Why would you do that? You had a baby. Are you kidding me?
All right. There we go. All right. We're going to go through some of the worksheet questions, and I'm going to go through them here so that hopefully the people at home can hear me, and you guys can still see it up there. I've just got a few of them marked off on the worksheet that we're going to go through. What's up? All right. So, guys,
What's a yellow sweatshirt?
guys, all right. So we're going to start here with, I'm going to jump ahead so you can leave some space here to, let's jump to number 3. So leave some space for numbers 1 and 2. When you look at number 3, it says Z is 6 more than twice Y. And you probably have a sheet. You may have one somewhere at home. You might have it. I've posted on Google Classroom. It's got some of your key phrases. So things like more or twice. But what does twice mean? Times 2. So if you said Z is, and then 6 more, and then twice Y, you'd say 2 times Y. A lot of times when people think of twice Y, they make the mistake of thinking this right here. Does anyone know what you could say for this though instead of twice Y? Yeah, what would you say? Y times itself?
Y squared.
Y squared. Matthias?
What is like one third of
If you had something like 1/3 or 1/4 of means to multiply. And you can write that as like 1/4 times x, like that. Some people will take x and divide by 4 too, like that. Another one I thought we would do is jump right to number 5. So if you want to leave space for 4 and then jump to 5. Everybody take a second right now and put your name on your paper. You're so used to handing things in online that you probably haven't put your name on a paper in a really long time. So put your name on your paper right now, okay? So I will put my name on my paper. And what is this, hour 3? Yeah, put that on there too. Okay. All right. The price of a large cheese pizza is $7.95 plus 75 cents for each. Each is for multiplication. Topping. Oops, I jumped problems there. On the pizza. Write down what you think that might look like first. Give it a whirl. See what you think. The price of a large pizza is, that's always an equal sign, $7.95 plus 75 cents for each topping. We have the price is $7.95 plus 75 for each topping. All right, let's see how you did. The price is $7.95 plus 75 cents for each topping. Now, I didn't put the time sign between the 75 cents and the T. You could, you don't have to. That's kind of my jam. I always write less than I need to, you know, like I don't put a time sign in there, or if I don't have to put the symbol, I don't. Because like in algebra, the less you write, the better, you know. That doesn't mean you don't show work, because algebra teachers are kind of weird about showing work, right? Like you always have to show the steps, but you have less steps to show and less putzing around to do if you show less in the middle, you know. How are we doing so far? Give me a thumbs up if we're good. Thumbs in the middle if we're like, thumbs down if it's a whole no. Okay. All right. All right. Sometimes I feel like these feel like word problems, but so far they're really just you kind of looking at kind of converting language over, you know? And so far there's nothing really to solve. Did you notice that? You're just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like being in like Spanish class or something, you know, there's like some language that you have to just translate a little bit. Look for a word like each and put a time sign in, you know, you're just kind of making a translation. What do you think for more, you guys? Yeah, most of the time. Now, the tricky thing about math is like it's not like Spanish in that every time you see a word, it always means the same thing. It's more like slang, you know, where sometimes in math, the words can have more than one meaning. You know, like the word range can have like 3 or 4 different meanings. And that's why math word problems always stress people out. The meaning can vary. But I'm here to help you. That's my job. All right, the other problem I wanted to do was number 8. So let me look and see if these will each take up one line of space for you before I go scooting along. Yeah, these should. So 6 and 7 should only take up one line of space. 8 will take up more than one line. So when we jump to 8 here, give yourself a little bit of space. All right. 8 gets a little more wordy, and it's got some stuff going on in it. So it says Eric is 2 years younger. Eric is 2 years younger than 2 times his sister's age. I feel like it's that kind of problem that has always stressed me out as a kid, even like when I would read stuff like that, it gets too wordy and gets too complicated in my mind. It says we need to write a rule. Above the word rule, I want you to write the word equation, okay? Write the word equation. When you were in like elementary school, imagine yourself in Miss Loggie's math class, Mr. Odegaard's math class. Back in those days, when they said write the word rule, they meant stuff like this. You could just write that. Or back then, I bet they wrote it like that. That was a rule to them. That's not a rule to us. A rule to us is a whole entire equation. It's got an equal sign, it's got a math operation, plus, times, stuff like that. And it's got numbers. So rule means a whole entire equation, okay? It has to represent Eric's age. That's going to be the letter A, as a function of his sister's age, which is going to be S. And then it's going to ask us this whole business here. How old is Eric if his sister is 11? So we're going to get to that in a second, but we got to start by writing this rule. And we're going to start by, I got to shut the door. That is going to drive me nuts. All right, radio. I'm way too easily distractible to have all those people milling around out there. Okay, I'm going to start by just writing some garbage down over here until I get my thoughts figured out. So it says Eric is 2 years younger. So I've got Eric is 2 years younger than 2 times his sister. So I got that business with Eric. Now remember, if someone tells you that it's 2 years younger, you can't write 2 minus. That's not 2 years younger. You got to take 2 away, not say 2 minus. That messes with a lot of folks. All right, I think we're good if we write it like this, right? All right, let's write that down. That's our rule. 8. Eric is 2 years younger than 2 times his sister. How old is Eric if his sister is 11? What do we do to figure it out though, Aiden?
Times 11 by 2.
You got it. So I'm going to show my order of operations because I take 2 times 11. What do I get 2 times 11? And then I'm going to take 2 away from that and get that. Notice how I showed all those steps. You don't get to skip those steps. You think to yourself, well, yeah, I know how to do that in my head. Y'all are 8th graders. Of course you know how to do that in your head. I would hope you know how to do some of that in your head. That's what being an 8th grader is. But the 8th grade standards, you have to show the order of operations. That never stops being an 8th grade standard. You're supposed to explain those steps all the time too, but I just don't make you do that ever. Oh, hey, raise your hand if you can spot where Miss Twypach didn't show her order of operations properly. Put your hand up. All of you at home, put your hand up. Everybody at home, put your hand up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Okay, let's see. Nicole, what did I do wrong?
You didn't keep repeating the A? Or
I didn't do that. That's good. Who else can explain where Miss Twypach messed up? Ethan?
That 22 minus 2 is not 22.
Yeah, that's what Miss Twypach is easily distractible. Talking while I teach is always my downfall. Okay, and if I'm super cool, I'm going to label this. What?
happens if you're not super cool?
Oh, you're super cool. You're super cool, just like me. What do I have 20 of?
Years.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, there was another one I wanted to do. By the way, cross off numbers 13 and 14 because I was feeling super nice today. You knew I was feeling nice. Okay, so when you do number 9, it's gonna be kind of like number 8, where you have like parts to it. All right. Right, a function rule. Oh yeah, number 10. So skip some space 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip some space 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's skip 5 lines maybe. Play it safe. Number 10. Yeah, people at home put their hands up. They knew. I gotta fold my paper over. Number 10. Write a function rule. That's an equation for the area of a rectangle. So how do you find the area of a rectangle, y'all? Length times width. Some people say base times height. Yep, you got it. And it says the length is 6 more than the width. All right, I'm going to highlight that. The length is 6 more than the width. All right. So write this down on your paper there, length times width. And I'm going to use length times width instead of base times height just because they said the length is 6 more than the width. Not that base times height is wrong, it's just they're using length and width. And then it says that the length is 6 more. What did we say more meant?
plus. Addition.
Plus. Okay, so take this length right here and put a small kind of box around it, a circle, whatever makes your little heart happy. And an arrow. So it tells me that that length is 6 more than the width. Yeah. So instead of having a length, I'm going to have a 6 plus W times W. Well, not really, because I'm supposed to find the area. Equals A. Okay, so A equals 6 plus W. That's the new length times W. Yeah, because we're trying to find the area, which is length times width, right? And then it tells me here that the width is 12. Okay, so let's write this down here for number 10. I'll write down the area is the 6 plus W, that's the length, times the width. That's the rule, by the way, if they, you know, like it said to write a rule. Done, mission accomplished. And then it says that the width is 12, so I could do just like I did up here with this 11. It said Eric's age was 11. Or, I mean, his sister's age was 11. So I'm just going to take W out and put a 12 in there. Area is 6 plus 12 times 12. Okay, order of operations. What would you do first? Parentheses. 6 plus 12 is, and then 18 times 12, dret. All right. 2 times 8 is 16. 2, 3, 0, 8, 1, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 216. Huh? Oh. Well, did it ever tell us what we're measuring?
No.
Yeah, it did.
I said, yeah.
No, you didn't. All right, so it's feet. Feet squared. Because it's area. All right, so just for the sake of like me being a math teacher, we had the width and we had a length of 6 plus W. And we multiplied those two. We took the length times the width. Because a math teacher just feels better if she explains it because they're just weird that way. All right. This math teacher just wants to give you a little bit of work time. It's just never enough with you people, is it? I might put on some music for you to listen to, but you can't listen to your own because Mrs. Kelly made it abundantly clear that there's to be no devices out there.
Yeah,
They used to be able to.
Yeah, they said that.
But now she says different.
She does say different.
Right.
Ask her.
Paper and get the pencils, because making another petition, just like last week.
Did she actually dig her?
Well, Mrs. Kelly has made it really clear she's not a big fan of all of the devices out there.
She's a device.
Also in charge of 1,000 people, Aiden, and you're in charge of like 3 square feet of space. So we'll just say that when you're in charge of over 1,000 people, you could use a device.
Oh, we used to be able to listen to music.
All right,
That was
dude,
Can we listen to Dear Katara?
you could listen to your paper and your pencil scratching away, yo. All right, get to work. Side K, 1 through 12. People at home. People at home, you may stay or you may leave because the people here are just going to keep whining about music.
Yes, we will.
It's the smallest violin playing for them.
That's a coconut mom.
Yeah, they're lucky, they actually can listen to music.
I'm gonna go back there.
I'm not going
All right, yo, get to work. I noticed that some of you guys caught this. We had talked about it right here when I said that this is 2 less. This is 2 less, and then you had to take 2 away. It happens right up here too when they say 8s. So watch that there, okay, with number 1. If you happen to finish this, you can hand it in. I can come by and pick it up if you don't want to get up and hand it in. You can also set it in this black basket. And I'll set the stapler right there.
Oh, do we need a staple video?
You really don't need to work sheet on it, just make sure your name's on the work.
Okay.
Right here on the side,
Oh,
on the desk, behind you.
It's on Maggie's desk.
Oh, there we go. I'm doing it.
I probably shouldn't put it on Maggie's desk. Everybody's like wondering about Maggie's desk. That seems sketchy, having everybody go by Maggie's desk. I'll clean her desk up. Not that I do that. I'll probably do that. Put my turns in like that. Just leave that clean.
Number 9. we don't want to set that in definition, just to set them up. Yeah, we will have the 15 times later, but the first time you write it like this. And then the film. But you'll write it like this.
Wait, for 7?
So like, I put the.
Liar.